All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for Game 4 here from DreamHack Valencia, the Grand Finals. And currently, Quantic Hyun is up 2 games total. He's at 2 points, and Jaedong has only 1. So if Hyun wins this 4th game, it is all over. And Jaedong will once again be known as the Silver Stork, 2nd place finisher. Cannot let that happen. Hyun here is the red Zerg player in the bottom left-hand corner. The map is going to be Planet S. And in the top right-hand corner, of course, we have EG Jaedong, the blue Zerg player in the top right. And he is now, like I said, down 1 game. The pressure is ever mounting. I think you can see the same thing happening like when he played against Stardust, when he played against Naniwa. Every player he's played against in the Grand Finals, he's been crushed by, he's been defeated. Will he cut the bleeding here? And, I mean, he's come so far. He defeated Stardust to get his revenge. He's here now in the Grand Finals. Will he lose to Hyun? And, like I said before, the players he loses to, there's no shame in losing. But then again, he just needs that one first place finish. He just needs to win it one time. Can he do it? It looks like he's going to be going for a 14 pool, so nothing too crazy. And in fact, Hyun is going to be going for the 14 pool as well. And remember, like I said before, this is kind of the middle build between the 15 hatch and the 10 pool. And going for this allows you to be a little bit more defensive. And both players are going for an identical spawning pool. So this basically means that there's not gonna be any build order shenanigans. There aren't gonna be any excuses for why you lost this game. Both players are gonna be going for a hatchery right at the same time at 15 supply. There's not gonna be any excuses for who loses this. It's just gonna come down purely to your skill, to your decision making, and your ability to Starcraft better than your opponents. So will Jaedong be able to do it, or will Hyun be able to close it out here? Both Overlords going to touch in the middle of the map here in the crater on Planet S, and I don't think Jaedong is going to obviously going to attack with a lot of Zerglings because he went for this 14 pool. I think in the last game he realized, hey, that didn't work out so well going for that 10 pool, and you know, Hyun was able to hold it off really well. So I'm not going to try to do that anymore. I'm going to try to play a macro game here, and Hyun is thinking the same thing here. All I've got to do is play a macro game and beat Jaedong, and that's it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. 2 Zerglings now coming into the middle for Jaedong, going to go over the cliff and running over to the left-hand side. At the same time, it looks like Jaedong has an Overlord that was able to float into the main base, but it is going to be quickly repelled by that Queen. And it looks like there is 1 gas coming up here for Hyun, who's going to start to mine the gas. Both players are actually going to be mining gas. And like I said before, identical builds from both these players down to the wire. In fact, you can see here that the numbers are pretty much the same. And neither player has lost any units so far. They have the same number of queens on the field. They have the same amount of production. 2 overlords here, 1 overlord following the other one that was repelled obviously by the queen from Jaedong. And it looks like Jaedong will pull that scouting zergling out of the natural base. So now both of these players should have a pretty good bird's eye view as to what is going on. In fact, Hyun probably, if he loses this Overlord, that's going to be the first casualty here, and a nice little small advantage there for Jaedong if he can kill the Overlord, but I highly doubt he'll be able to get it because that Overlord is about to fly off into no man's land, into the crater in the middle of the map, and it looks like, oh, it's going to be close. But yeah, Hyun is going to save that Overlord, which is nice. In fact, he almost lost 2 Overlords, so if you factor that, then I think Hyun has been pretty lucky so far in this game. Anyways, Zergling speed is on the way here, which is the first divergence in tech for both of these players. Jaedong has shown that he really likes to get Zergling speed in ZvZ. He doesn't like to forego the Zerg speed, and in fact, going for Zergling speed here, somehow it seems to have cost him pretty much a lot of drones, although there we go, he just caught up right there with that round. So 35-35 about in drones for both players, and it looks like a Roach Horn is coming down as well for Jaedong, so he is going to be, oh no, that's an Evolution Chamber, excuse me. I was looking at the Roach Horn on that production tab. So he is going to be going for Zerglings and upgrades, but no Roach Warren. In the meantime, he is going to get 1 Zergling into the main base, does scout out the Roach Warren at the front door, so he knows that Hyun is going to be going for Roaches and upgrades because he saw the Evolution Chamber at the front, and he knows that pretty much means Hyun is going to go for the same build he's gone for every game in this set. That's Roaches and Hydras with upgrades. And Jaedong, in order to defeat that, I don't think you can stay on just Zerglings. I think you do need to get Roaches as well. And I'm a little surprised here that Jaedong hasn't thrown down a Roach Warren yet. I don't see a Roach Warren anywhere for him. Let's go ahead and pull up the Structures tab. No Roach Warren at all. He's just going to be staying on Zerglings. This is actually really interesting. I'm not too sure what he's planning to do, and it looks like he is going to be going for a third hatchery as well, a little bit later than Hyun is, and it looks like Jaedong will lose an Overlord. So Hyun building up a little bit of momentum, if you can call that momentum, killing off an Overlord, killing off a few Zerglings, I believe, and has a little bit of a quicker third expansion. And like I said, I'm still a little concerned. Why isn't Jaedong getting a Roach Horn? There we go. Roach Horn on the way. So yeah, I was getting nervous for a second right there, but he still is going to be at a Roach disadvantage because, you know, Hyun is going to have, he's been producing Roaches a lot sooner. He's going to have Roach speed a lot sooner. So I don't like the position that Jaedong's in, but he's going to make use of these early speedlings. He is going to at least be able to kill off that Queen. Unfortunately, he will not be able to take out this hatchery as Hyun has Roaches now in position. And it looks like Jaedong will have to pull away over here to the edge of that third expansion. Both players now rushing the upgrades, getting +1 and speed. Of course, Jaedong does have he's actually going for Carapace rather than going for Missile, which is a little interesting. I think typically in Roach on Roach Wars, I do believe getting the missile upgrade is better than getting Carapace, because a lot of times, you know, your Roaches are all going to be attacking, but not all of them are going to be getting hit. So it's a little different for Jaedong, but the thing is, I think the reason why he's going for Carapace is because he's going to be relying heavily on Zerglings as well. And if that's the case, then Carapace does make more sense. And of course, why not rely on more Zerglings? Because he does have the Zergling speed upgrade. Trying to run in over here once again, doesn't really see much. And now it looks like Hyun is going to be pushing out with his Roach pack. And like I said, he has more Roaches than Jaedong. He's got 29 Roaches over Jaedong's 13. Oh my god! And I think Jaedong just not going for the Roach Horn earlier than later, it's just going to end up costing him. And I can't believe it. If this is the way Jaedong goes down, oh, what a disappointment. And Jaedong has to pull drones off the line. Hyun is just going to straight up win this game with a push of Roaches, just a thrust, and nothing that Jaedong could do. Just, wow. Hyun is just going to win. Jaedong is going to be second place again. GG calls Jaedong. Quantic Hyun is victorious, and another second place finish for Jaedong. Which, I mean, they all add up. I mean, 2 second place finishes is equivalent to a first place finish in prize money, but not the prestige. And Hyun claims DreamHack Valencia. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a set, and hope you guys enjoyed. Do check me out on my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at HD Starcraft. And of course, if you guys have any sick replays, I'm going to be going back to casting some exhibition games. Feel free to send them in to me at hdreplays@gmail.com. And for now, I guess this is HD, signing out.